Of Tabasco sauce for a bit of kick. And we blend it. Once we blend it, we use muslin.
Last week on MasterChef Australia.
So in an instant, you've just become event planners.
Two teams prepared a banquet for special guest Curtis Stone.
I had lunch twice. What a fantastic day.
And we said an emotional goodbye to three chefs.
I have to go home to my wife. Thanks, Renenda.
Brent, you will not be Australia's first MasterChef.
Tonight, our chefs face two challenges.
But this competition is getting serious now.
The mystery box proves a sweet surprise for some,
I could actually win this.
while the demands of the invention test will prove too much for others.
I'll tell you straight, I think it's crap.
At stake for the winner, the chance to work alongside Australia's culinary elite, a book deal, and $100,000 to make their dreams reality.
Down to just 16 contestants now. It's the start of a new week and we've definitely got new challenges that we're going to be facing.
It's really important to win the first challenge. There's a bit of pressure on these first ones to try and get ahead of the pack.
Today turns out to be a mystery box. I seriously hope it's not a dessert challenge.
I'm really excited to still be in the competition and can't wait to get to MasterChef Kitchen.
Coming into the MasterChef kitchen today, we see the mystery boxes out on the counter. This is our time to shine.
Hello everyone, there are 16 of you left in this competition, battling it out to become Australia's first MasterChef. Right now, you're about to face another mystery box challenge. Using the ingredients in that box, you'll be required to make the best dish you possibly can in just 30 minutes. You can use as many or as few of the ingredients as you like. Our judges, Gary and George, will be choosing the 3 most enticing dishes to taste. And from those 3, they'll then choose their winner.
The winner of this challenge will gain a massive advantage by being allowed to go into the pantry and choose the core ingredient for today's invention challenge.
It will be fantastic to win this challenge just because it means you've got such a huge advantage over everyone else in the invention test.
It's time to reveal the ingredients in your mystery boxes. You can lift the lid now.
My first reaction taking the lid off the box is, yes, it's a dessert challenge. I could actually win this.
So you've got oranges, chocolate, sugar, coconut, eggs.
All that crap that I would never cook with if you paid me.
Don't be afraid of what's in front of you. Think about all the things you can make. Puddings, pancakes, custards, sabayon. There's a million things you can do there. Keep it simple, but take it to another level.
Your 30 minutes for your mystery box challenge starts now.
When we're told to start cooking, it's that usual flurry of people running around, pots clanging, stuff going everywhere.
Sam, we had to come to you first because when you took the lid off the box, you went, oh, no. You're not a dessert man, are you?
Not a dessert man at all.
Kate, you claim yourself to be a bit of a dessert queen.
I suppose you could say that,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing that the pressure's on today.
What are you making?
I'm going to do olive oil, orange zest and chocolate cakes, and I'm going to attempt an orange sabayon sauce with it. I think it's going to impress the judges because I don't think many people are going to attempt to make a sabayon today.
Look,
Jess. How are you guys? Good, mate. How are you? I'm just making a little cake.
Do you make cakes?
Occasionally. Yeah. I tend to have a recipe, so...
You got milk?
I have got milk. Milk goes in it, you reckon?
I don't know. I mean, you know, you're the guy cooking it. I know how to make a cake.
Chef, what are you serving today?
Today I'm actually going to do a coconut and chocolate pudding.
Making dessert is a big thing for me, so I'm just winging it. All right, then. Well, we'll just have to see. Thank you. Confidence, Trevor. You're a mother, you're a grandmother. You must have cooked hundreds of desserts.
I have.
What are you
I was
doing?
going to make like an orange cake. See if I can make some coconut underneath, some milk chocolate underneath.
Okay.
Well, good luck. You got 15 minutes to go, so you need to start thinking about tying it all up.
15 minutes to go, and I haven't cooked anything yet.
Poe.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
You well? What are you cooking for us?
I'm making some little chocolate pikelets to make a little stack.
Made chocolate pikelets before?
You?
Okay, so you don't know how they cook, whether they burn or catch or...
No, I'm thinking it will catch.
But they may stick. They may burn.
They may burn.
Okay.
Make sure you're not burning anything either. Really important.
Okay, your time's running out. You've got 5 minutes to go. It's Kate. She's turned out a little muffin, a little chocolate cake. Yep. Do you think they've worked?
I'm still pretty confident that I'm going to finish my dish in the time left, and I'm pretty happy with the way I've worked so far.
Jenny, I think, you know, she's a grandmum, she's a mother. She would have made cakes and puddings, wouldn't she? And Poe's chocolate pikelets, orange syrup, creme pâtissier, that's a hard one, you know, that's a chocolate cream. You've got 1 minute to go. You're under pressure now. You have to put up your food. Time's up. Your 30 minutes is done. Everything down.
You've just had 30 minutes to make a dish using the ingredients in your mystery box. The judges will now decide on the 3 most enticing dishes that they saw. From there, they'll decide their winner. Now, the winner gets a very special advantage today. They get to go into the pantry first and decide the core ingredient for the invention test.
But this competition is getting serious now. If you're going to open a restaurant, if you're going to open a cafe, if food is going to be your industry, you need to know how to make good dessert. So the first dish that we'd like to taste, a little bit different, and that's why we like it, is Trevor.
I got called out first. I was pleasantly surprised, let's put it that way.
Thank you, Coach. What did you cook?
It's coconut dumplings baked in custard.
It's very sweet. That is so, so sweet. And it dominates everything. Sugar dominates everything. But as a pudding, and it's like a man's pudding, isn't it? That's a miner's pudding.
It's a miner's pudding, yes.
The custard and the scone mixture as a dumpling works quite well together. And if you refined it, I think you'd have quite a nice dish.
Thank you very much.
The custard's really nice and gooey and nice little concept, but yeah, just too much sugar. You're gonna give me a filling. The next person's dish that we'd like to see is Jenny.
I'm on the top 3. I'm really happy now. Intense orange and chocolate pudding.
So the orange is really prominent. It's intense. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit raw as well towards the bottom. But nice try. Thank you.
The reason I wanted to taste this one is because you must have baked many cakes and puddings in your time. You substituted oil instead of butter. In essence, they pretty much do the same thing, right? They shorten the flour. There's got to be enough sauce and enough pudding to match perfectly. So by the time you've swept around with the last little, you know, wedge of cake, that the last of your syrup goes with it. So the last dish that stood out from the pack, that stood out from the rest of what you put together, is from Po.
Hey, what the hell? I'm just feeling really confused, and I can't understand why they picked my dish. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that.
What's the dish?
Chocolate pikelets with an orange sauce.
There's quite a few pikelets in the line. They're actually really quite light, and they're nice and chocolatey, not overpowering, nicely sweet, and the sort of orange syrup that you've put in there is quite nice. It could be better, of course, but considering you've never done them before, that's not bad, Po.
Thanks, Gary.
You did a good job to not get them burnt, to still get them cooked through. They're nice, you know. Sunday morning, a couple of them, yeah, it'll be good.
The judges are ready to reveal their decision.
First of all, well done. I think you're getting your head round these challenges, and you're firing on all cylinders, you're having a go. So, to the top three, the ones that we wanted to taste. Trevor, Jenny, Po. You obviously stood out from the crowd, but there can only be one winner. And that winner gets a serious advantage in today's invention test. It was obvious to us. The winner of today's mystery box be one winner, and that winner gets a serious advantage in today's invention test. It was obvious to us. The winner of today's mystery box is Po.
It feels very strange, and I'm confused, but I'm happy to accept, based on what the judges told me, that that was the best dish, and I'm really happy.
Congratulations, Po. You're now off to the pantry where you'll choose the main ingredient for today's invention test. But before we do that, let's welcome back to the kitchen your third judge, Australia's top restaurant critic, Matt Preston.
Congratulations, Po. You've won yourself a fantastic advantage.
Po, you will head into the pantry and choose the core ingredient that everyone must use in the next challenge, the invention test. The invention test is about creating a standout dish from scratch. For the winner, they'll get a shot at a free ticket all the way through to the final week of the competition. For the three of you who perform the worst today, you'll be facing down the barrel of possible elimination.
Now, in this test, there are no recipes. You have 1 hour to prepare a dish, and more importantly, that dish must have a theme, and that has been chosen by us. The theme of today's dish will be Chinese.
Just knowing that it's Chinese, yeah, I do have quite a big repertoire, so feeling relatively confident about it.
Chinese. Huge range of opportunities, from the rice-based dish of the south to the wheat-based dish of the north. There's spice, there's Szechuan pepper with that numbing, kind of antiseptic feeling on the lips.
The flavours have to melt together. There has to be the right balance of sweet and sour, salt, sugar, vinegar, all those things that make Chinese food so delicious.
Texturally interesting, balanced in flavour, showing technique. Bring those to us, let us taste those sort of dishes, and you'll stand a good chance. Po, Time to go to the pantry.
I'm a little bit worried because I'm not too sure what Po is going to pick as the core ingredient.
Right, Po? Let's find out what's under here. Excited?
Yes, very excited.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, interesting. When I first see the prawns, I think I would consider using them.
Let's have a look what's under number 2. Mixed mushrooms. And I mean, have a look at them. They are just beautiful.
When the mushrooms were unveiled, I was pretty happy, and I also knew that people might struggle with that one.
All right, let's have a look at the last one. Duck. Peking duck.
Duck. When the duck is unveiled, I immediately just know I'm not going to pick it, just because it was all pre-cooked. It would be just a bit of an easy sort of one-up, because you don't have to cook it.
What's it going to be, Po?
It's definitely going to be the mushrooms.
You've got 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
My mind went straight to the recipe of sort of like a Buddhist vegetarian dish. The main ingredients in this dish are ginger, garlic, oyster sauce, a bit of sugar for balance, and flour.
Time's up, Po. Time is up. Shall we go and reveal it to the rest of them?
Time to go. You take those.
So, Po, reveal what you've picked.
Po chooses mushrooms. I'm not as confident as what I would have been if she had chosen duck or prawns.
This amazing bowl of all these different varieties of really interesting Asian-style mushrooms, and I think that's absolutely brilliant.
You'll all be working with mushrooms as your core ingredient to create a Chinese-inspired meal. You'll also get to choose an additional 10 ingredients from the pantry. Po had 5 minutes to do this. You will all have 2 minutes. The 5 of you here in the group are first up in the pantry. Your 2 minutes starts now.
I chose rice paper rolls to be the shell for my spring rolls. I'd seen a recipe for it and I thought that it looked interesting.
Guys, you've got 30 seconds to go.
I desperately don't want to be in the bottom 3 today.
Contestants, your time's up.
Next group of 5, your time starts now.
I was running around the pantry in a mad rush to make sure that I got everything that I needed. Got in there, grabbed the apron as a basket and started tossing in everything I possibly could.
Contestants, you've got 1 minute to go.
I don't want to have to cook for my life to stay here.
Time is up. Guys, your time is up. Come on.
Final group, your 2 minutes starts now.
Putting up a dish that the judges like is the tricky thing.
Guys, you have 1 minute to go.
Being in the bottom 3 means there's a possibility that you're going home.
You have 30 seconds to go. Time is up. Michelle, Aaron, now. You have 1 hour to prepare and cook the best Chinese-style dish that you possibly can. And your 1 hour starts now. You have 1 hour to prepare and cook the best Chinese-style dish that you possibly can. And your 1 hour starts now.
Gary says it's time to start, and as always, there's a mad flurry.
So what's the dish? Remind us what the dish is.
I guess you could casually call it Buddha's Delight.
Buddha's Delight.
Yeah, because it's a vegetarian dish.
I know how to do this from doing it as a kid. My auntie, it's a dish that she used to make all the time.
It consists of as many types of mushrooms as you can get your hands on, basically. And I'm going to make a mock meat out of flour and water.
So they're like a dumpling then?
Yeah. It'll blow up and crisp up, and then it has this sort of chewy texture after. Yep.
Looking forward to it, Poe. Really brilliant. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm feeling really good about cooking this dish. I'm really calm about it all.
Lucas Parsons, what are you cooking for us, mate?
I'm going to do a braised oyster mushrooms with some tofu.
Why that dish?
The sauce itself is going to be quite strong, and I just thought it would balance really well with the soft texture of oyster mushrooms. It'll be like little pillows in your mouth.
This smells nice, so best of luck. And tofu. That's the first tofu we've seen.
Look, today is important for me to do well. I'm comfortable making a vegetarian dish. I was very happy with what I got.
Michelle.
Yes.
You did want mushrooms, didn't you?
Well, I thought it's a change for me.
So what are you cooking for us?
So I'm just doing marinated tofu with shiitake mushroom with some ginger rice and braised bok choy.
All right, best of luck. Thank you.
When they come to my station, they nod their head and they walk off. I hope they're enjoying the flavours, you know. I don't like no comment. I'd prefer something.
OK, tell us what you're cooking and why.
Stir-fried mushrooms with vegetables and rice noodles.
And what sauces did you pick?
I've got soy sauce and oyster sauce.
Familiar with those? No.
I don't eat Chinese food.
You don't eat Chinese food?
I don't.
Everybody eats Chinese food. So do you cook Chinese food at all for anybody?
No.
You don't?
I've cooked Thai before. I don't cook Chinese.
Yeah, you can't rely on those desserts all the time, you know.
I know.
Good.
I'm really worried about being in the bottom three today. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, and I think that there's probably a lot more people here that understand these flavours better than I do today, so I'm seriously worried at the moment.
OK, Julia, what are you cooking and why?
I am making mushroom and vegetable dumplings with a mushroom broth. I decided to make dumplings because I really love them and I sort of know how they work and what goes with them.
So we're going to expect to see the little dumplings in the broth, is that OK?
Pretty much just a very light amount, very small amount of broth.
Okay, lovely. Thanks, Julia.
Good luck, Julia.
The most difficult part of my dish is to really balance the flavours. If it's too sweet, it's going to be ruined. Fingers crossed that, you know, it'll all come together and it will taste good in the end.
OK, guys, you've got 30 minutes to go.
Half an hour left to go. I'm contemplating just doing a different dish because this is not good.
Right, Sam. Yes. Tell us what you're cooking.
Rice paper rolls served two ways. There's fresh rice paper rolls, which have bamboo shoot, carrot, spring onion, tofu, and shiitake mushrooms. And then I'm also going with the same mixture. I'm going to deep fry them as well. So you're going to get the fresh way and then the cooked way.
Any sort of dipping sauce or anything? That
yes, you're going to just get a ginger, sesame oil, and dark soy dipping sauce.
OK. All right. Best of luck, Sam.
Thanks.
I think I might have chosen the wrong dish.
What have you seen down the line?
Poe's dish is... I'm excited. It's crispy butter that's going to go into a sauce.
Yeah,
I am really looking
Yeah, me too. I am. The other one that I picked out along the line there that's doing a really lovely job is Julia. She's made this little stuffing, this little farce. She's put some tofu, some mushrooms, some spices and things in there, and she's made a lovely little dumpling. But she's so neat.
They look fantastic, and honestly, it's definitely a technique there, and she's bringing that out in today's challenge.
And she's made a nice broth, so I presume she's putting the two together. So I'm excited about that one.
To go. So as they say in China, chop chop. So whose dish is done we like?
Kate is doing stir-fried noodles. She's got no clear direction.
She cooked the noodles and then she tossed sesame oil through it. It just needs a couple of drops. She's actually used it like olive oil.
The other one, honestly, Sam, he's making spring rolls. I don't mind the spring roll he's doing itself, but there's no dipping sauce really, and I can't imagine where the flavour's coming from. I've got this idea of what it's going to look like, and that's not positive at the moment.
When I look around and see some of the dishes that the other contestants have put up, I'm starting to worry that I've taken the wrong tack. I'm a little bit concerned.
5 minutes to go.
Look at my dish and it's just a bunch of raw ingredients sitting on a plate. It's not even cooking, really. If I'm not in the bottom 3 today, there's got to be some other people around here who've really stuffed this up.
Seconds to go. Your time is now up. Tools down. Stop plating. It's all finished.
Our 3 judges will now taste your creations and they'll choose a winner, as well as the bottom 3. The winner will receive a chance at a free ride through to the final week of MasterChef Australia. The bottom 3, I'm afraid, will face possible elimination. Michelle, the judges would like to see your dish first.
It's a tasty dish. I've made it as pretty as possible. I hope it's enough for the judges today.
Tell me what you've got.
Marinated tofu with a duo of mushrooms, baby bok choy, and ginger rice.
I'm disappointed in the presentation. You know, I don't like, Pac-Man made out of slices of ginger.
Food should fall on the plate like autumn leaves. Like, God dropped them down there. They weren't manufacturally placed on there, that they look like, they've come off a conveyor belt.
Looking at this dish, the first thing I see is these huge, great chunks of mushrooms, which aren't particularly attractive in terms of making me want to eat it. If you want to stay here, you've got to do more than that.
Lucas, you're up next.
Tell us what you cooked.
I've got braised oyster mushrooms with tofu.
I can taste the vinegar, which, it's quite nice. There's a little bit of sweetness there. It's refreshing. It makes me want to keep eating it, which is lovely.
It's got punch. It's a good thread of flavour. Good dish. I like it.
George. For me, that's the best dish you've cooked so far. I think that's really, really clever, very understated, very simple. Good stuff. Lucas, nailed it. Well done, mate.
It was the best comments I've had since the start. It's a lovely feeling, it really is.
Aaron, you're up next, please.
In terms of the flavour, I quite like the fact they're quite subtle. I think it's a nice dish, and I'd be happy to sit down and eat that.
We could do with a little bit more, but overall, a really lovely, clean dish. Well done.
Poe?
I'm just really, really comfortable and I'm happy that I achieved what I wanted to do.
Tell us again what it is.
I've just called it Buddha's Delight, which is a traditional name for a vegetarian dish.
The texture of the dumpling's really interesting. It's sort of, slightly crispy and bubbly and chewy.
I expected something interesting. And you've delivered that.
It's a great-looking dish. What you've got is a dish that's subtle, has a very good variation in texture, so congratulations. You've done a really good dish.
Julie, the judges are ready to taste your dish.
That's a good combination. It actually looks quite appealing to the eye in terms of the brown and the green.
you've sort of pulled it off. It actually tastes very nice. I know it's a good dish because I want to dip my spoon back in and have another big mouthful.
Sam, your dish.
I wouldn't say I'm dreading the moment. I'm preparing myself for their criticism.
What is the dish? Tell me what it is.
Shiitake mushroom and tofu rice paper rolls with a ginger, soy and sesame oil sauce.
When you first bring the dish up, it looks nice. It looks nice and fresh, but there's nothing in there that makes me want to go for a second bite. And that is not one of those dipping sauces that you want to keep dunking back into. And it has to be at this stage of the competition.
Sam, an hour to make these?
You know, you've got some talent. That's a shocking dish. When you get a really, really gooey bit, where the rice paper's got all gelatinous and claggy, yeah, and there's a lot of that there, and the tofu doesn't help because that's got the same gelatinous clagginess.
Right.
I reckon you're probably in amongst the worst dishes I've tried today with that.
Walked away from that thinking, I've taken a massive step backwards in this competition.
The next dish to be tasted belongs to Kate.
What's the dish?
Stir-fried mushrooms with Chinese broccoli and water chestnuts with rice noodles.
I'll tell you straight. I think it's crap. You've taken beautiful mushrooms and spoiled them.
What does food mean to you?
I just gave up my fourth year of law school to come here, so...
Look at the dish, go back to your station, taste it, work out what you would have done better, and tonight, go home and read every Chinese cookbook you can to get an understanding of what those flavours are.
I've never been told in my life that anything I've done before is crap. I've never felt like so much of a failure in my life than I did at that point.
Julia, you're up next.
Tell me what you've cooked.
I've cooked mushroom and vegetable dumplings in broth.
It looks really nice. Plus, the care that you've taken in constructing those little dumplings is admirable. I don't think I could do as well as you did. And I'd be very, very happy to eat a number of those. Well done.
High five.
Yeah.
You know, you've showed skill, you've showed technique, there's balance in there. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff.
I still want to disagree with them. But I can't. That's fantastic. There is something impeccably right about putting the flavours of Chinese vinegar with dumplings. It kind of makes them savoury, and the vinegar has a little bit of tang around the side of the palate. It really brings out the flavour of those mushrooms. So, absolutely, A1, cracking dish. Well done.
Thank you. I think I've got a chance of being in the top 3. I just want to be recognised for making good food.
The judges have tasted all your dishes and they will now deliberate. They'll decide who made the 3 worst dishes of the day. The people who make up the bottom 3 will face possible elimination. The judges are ready to reveal their decision. In today's invention test, you were asked to make a Chinese-inspired meal using mushrooms as your core ingredient, plus 10 ingredients of your choice from the pantry. Now, the winner of today's challenge will get a very real shot at an express ticket all the way through to the final week of this competition. The bottom 3 will face off in tomorrow's pressure test. The worst performer in that test will be going home immediately.
We're getting to the business end of this competition, you know. We're starting to narrow it right down.
You managed, most of you, to get good, strong flavours, Chinese flavours out of those mushrooms.
We also saw at the bottom end some surprisingly mundane dishes that should have been better, and you know who you are.
Now I'm about to call out some names. If I call out your name, I'd like you to please step forward. Poe. Julia. Sam. Lucas. Michelle. And Kate. Your dishes represent the worst and the best from today. The rest of you, congratulations. You performed well enough today to remain in the competition. We'll see you back here in the kitchen tomorrow.
It was kind of an awkward feeling for me walking out of the kitchen. My two closest friends, Kate and Sam, you know, potentially one of them could go.
If I call your name now, please step forward. Lucas. Poe. Julia. Congratulations. You're our top three. Thank you so much for three outstanding dishes that I'll be pretty happy to eat in almost all the restaurants that I go and review. So well done.
Congratulations, you three. You've done an incredible job. One of you will be going head-to-head with a leading chef in our next Celebrity Chef Challenge. You'll also get a chance at a winning ticket through to the final week of this competition.
Three dishes we loved. One winner. And that winner is... Julia.
They called my name as being the winner of the invention test, and it's an amazing feeling. It really sort of validates my abilities, and it means that I do sort of deserve to be here.
I've got to say, you beat two of my favourite dishes in the whole competition. So it gives you an idea of quite how good your dish was. Well done.
Thank you.
Poe, Julia and Lucas, you'll be glad to know it's now time for you to head home. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Off you go. Thank you.
Guys, you're our bottom three. That means you have to come back to this place and cook in a pressure test.
Sam, the proof's in the pudding, and when we ate it, it really wasn't very good at all, Sam.
Standing there in the bottom three had a massive well of disappointment inside me saying, you know how to do a lot better than this. I deserve to be standing here.
Michelle, your dish was... It wasn't nice.
I stand by my dish and its flavours, but I really am disappointed that I'm in the bottom three.
Hey.
I'm going to be exiled from the Chinese family gatherings for a while, I think.
One small slip, one loss of focus can cost you the chance of becoming Australia's first MasterChef.
I know that I have to perform my absolute best in tomorrow's pressure test if I'm going to even have a chance of staying in this competition.
The person that performs worst in that pressure test will be going home.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
One of you will be going home today.
The bottom three face off in a pressure test.
This is a day where I get to cook for my life and hopefully dodge elimination.
To end the competition now would be just disappointing.
Very hard to call a loser.
I have a 1 in 3 chance of being sent home today.
Later this week, Julia goes head-to-head with celebrity chef Peter Evans.
I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Plus, the chefs go back to basics when they cook for Australia's fiercest food critics.
This could be your toughest challenge so far.
Oh, wait. That's just unacceptable, isn't it?
Catch up on all the latest news, episodes, interviews and recipes only at masterchef.com.au. Last week on MasterChef Australia.
So in an instant, you've just become event planners.
Two teams prepared a banquet for special guest Curtis Stone.
I had lunch twice. What a fantastic day.
And we said an emotional goodbye to three chefs.
I have to go home to my wife. I'm sorry, Linda.
Brent, you will not be Australia's first MasterChef.
Tonight, our chefs face two challenges.
This competition is getting serious now.
The mystery box proves a sweet surprise for some,
I could actually win this.
while the demands of the invention test will prove too much for others.
I'll tell you straight, I think it's crap.
At stake for the winner, the chance to work alongside Australia's culinary elite, a book deal, and $100,000 to make their dreams reality.
Down to just 16 contestants now. It's the start of a new week and we've definitely got new challenges that we're going to be facing.
It's really important to win the first challenge. There's a bit of pressure on these first ones to try and get ahead of the pack.
Today turns out to be a mystery box. I seriously hope it's not a dessert challenge.
I am really excited to still be in the competition and can't wait to get to MasterChef Kitchen.
Coming into the MasterChef Kitchen today, we see the mystery boxes out on the counter. This is our time to shine.
Hello everyone, there are 16 of you left in this competition, battling it out to become Australia's first MasterChef. Right now, you're about to face another mystery box challenge. Using the ingredients in that box, you'll be required to make the best dish you possibly can in just 30 minutes. You can use as many or as few of the ingredients as you like. Our judges, Gary and George, will be choosing the 3 most enticing dishes to taste. And from those 3, they'll then choose their winner.
The winner of this challenge will gain a massive advantage by being allowed to go into the pantry and choose the core ingredient for today's invention challenge.
It will be fantastic to win this challenge just because it means you've got such a huge advantage over everyone else in the invention test.
It's time to reveal the ingredients in your mystery boxes. You can lift the lid now.
My first reaction taking the lid off the box is, yes, it's a dessert challenge. I could actually win this.
No!
So you've got oranges, chocolate, sugar, coconut, eggs.
All that crap that I would never cook with if you paid me.
Don't be afraid of what's in front of you. Think about all the things you can make. Puddings, pancakes, custards, sabayon. There's a million things you can do there. Keep it simple, but take it to another level.
Your 30 minutes for your mystery box challenge starts now.
When we're told to start cooking, it's that usual flurry of people running around, pots clanging, stuff going everywhere.
Sam, we had